5 things you gotta know if you want to sell a ton of stuff in 2026. First thing is you want to consider selling digital products over physical stuff. Now, I know a lot of people will like to sell physical stuff. I mean, look at everything in the background here. This is all physical stuff, all right? So whether it's a sign or a book or a, atlas or the Iron Man right here, right? These are all physical items. But what a lot of people don't realize with physical stuff is that all of it needs to be manufactured in a factory, right? Think about all the material costs that go into making any of these things. Think about electricity, water, logistics, salaries that you have to pay the workers, right? You have to send them by ship or by plane. With wars going on, price of oil going up, all this stuff gets built into the price of the product. And so what happens is the products get more expensive or the profit margins are really, really small. So it's not that you can't make money selling physical stuff. I mean, physical stuff kind of makes the world go round, right? But what a lot of people don't realize is that when you sell physical stuff, you have to sell volume. So that means you want to sell any of these things right here, you literally have to sell thousands and thousands of units every single week, which is very difficult. You can do it, but it's hard, right? It's not an easy thing to do. Versus if you sell something that's digital, that doesn't need to be manufactured in a factory, okay? That doesn't need to be shipped. It can be delivered instantly because it's created online, right? And it gets housed on a computer server. So when somebody buys it, it gets delivered instantly, instant delivery. They don't even have to wait, okay? And then because of that, the profit margins are super high. Every time you sell, a second item or a third item or 100th item, it doesn't need to be manufactured in a factory. It gets created one time, usually in a home office or a studio, something like that. It gets recorded, or even, a piece of software, for example, it gets uploaded online, someone buys it. After the first item, it's pretty much pure profit after that. Okay. And that's why the profit margins are super duper high. So if you want to make a lot of money, it's not that difficult. You don't have to sell, 5,000 units a month. You only need to sell 20, 30 units a month. Okay. Now, digital items, just in case you're not clear, anything that's created online. So it could be a mastermind, it could be a course, it could be a video training, it could be a PDF, it could even be a piece of software. Because it's digital, it's downloadable straight from the internet. You get a username and a password and people access it through a website. Super duper cool. All right. So if you want to sell anything this year, consider going digital versus physical. Now, don't get me wrong, you can still do physical, but I think it's much harder. Profit margins are much lower. It's a lot more work, okay? Second thing is when you sell things online this year in 2026, you must build a funnel, okay? Don't use something like a static Shopify shop, right? And that's very common with e-commerce, because with e-commerce, if you're selling something physical, you send it straight to that, that page on your website, on your Shopify store. And if they buy, they buy. But if they don't, they just bounce off and, never to be heard from again. And you just spent a ton of effort, time, and money to get that person to see your Shopify store, right? Versus if you were to send someone through a funnel, right? And a funnel is basically a sales process, right? Think, IKEA, right? IKEA, the international Swedish furniture shop, right? That is the best example of an offline funnel. If you think about how IKEA works, you come through the entrance and, versus other furniture shops, which is just like a giant showroom, IKEA funnels you through a very, very specific process, right? It doesn't let you see everything. It basically forces you to go through the route that they want. Now, have you ever gone to IKEA and thought, I'm not going to buy anything, but you end up with a full cart or you end up buying a bunch of stuff? Well, that's how a funnel works, okay? You send people through a very specific, a selling process so that you can maximize the amount of sales, okay? And the best way to build a funnel, you can use a lot of different funnel builders like ClickFunnels, Kartra, Lead Pages. There's so many options out there, right? But here's a massive tip. You don't want to sell too hard. You want to instead give a lot of value so you can get people to know, like, and trust you. And when people know, like, and trust you, that's when they buy. That's when the transaction happens, okay? So try not to beat people over the head with your offer all the time, because if you do that, then you just look like everybody else, and everybody else doesn't make a lot of money when they sell stuff online, okay? So that's number 2. Build a funnel. Don't use a static website like Shopify. Number 3, think about the traffic that you're going to get, all right? So there's a difference between getting paid traffic and getting organic traffic. And the problem is, the longer that we go in existence, right, paid ads are getting more and more expensive because there are a limited amount of paid ads. More and more people are going online. More and more people are doing online marketing. So Meta ads, Bing ads, YouTube ads, Instagram ads, these are getting really, really expensive, right? So I'm not saying don't do paid ads, but you always want to balance a little bit of free organic content with some paid ads. Because if you just focus on paid ads, even though paid ads is a really good way to scale, it can get ridiculously expensive. And if you're not selling product that's expensive enough or high priced enough, you're not going to have good economics to make your offer work and be profitable. And you will always be spending too much money on advertising, and you're not going to be making enough money on the back end. All right. So focus on doing paid ads, but also balance it with organic traffic. Get really good at creating content on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, right? And learn how to become a content creator, because when you go viral, that's 100% free attention on you and your stuff, and free leads as well to go into your funnel, right? Number 4, instead of trying to sell the latest, greatest widget, because that's what a lot of people do, right? When you do e-commerce, you're selling physical stuff like any of these things. Basically, you kind of use some spy tools and you find out, okay, what's selling really, really well, right? But if you do that, it's very, very short term, because, things change. People's habits change, people's likes and interests change, right? Trends change. So something that's selling really hot right now today could just completely bomb tomorrow, right? So you're constantly chasing. You're constantly trying to figure out what's the best widget, what's the best gadget, what's the best, piece of fashion item to sell. And that's a really difficult way to build a business. Can you do it? Sure, a lot of people have, but I think that's extremely hard. Instead, what you want to do is you want to focus on a product that helps to solve really, really big problems, okay? And sure, you can sell a physical item that does that, but digital is even better. Digital information that really helps someone to solve a massive, massive issue, right? So for lack of a better example, let's just say someone's been trying to lose weight for the last 15 years. They're 250 pounds overweight. They just want to learn to lose some weight, but they don't know how because they're confused. YouTube is sending them around in circles and circles and circles, and so is all the crap on social media. But if they can find a program or something that will really help them to, basically learn how to lose weight and actually get, keep the weight off, which is really important, then they're going to be willing to purchase, right? So if you can help someone to solve their biggest problems, then that's much, much better than selling the latest, greatest widget, because there will be longevity. You can help someone solve a big problem in their life for a very, very long time, for decades, right? Because these problems don't really go away. And number 5, consider selling higher price items versus, for example, a $20 ebook, okay? So sure, you can sell a $20 ebook, but I want you to do the math on this, right? How many $20 ebooks do you need to sell in order to generate $10,000? Well, you need to sell 500. That's really, really hard, okay? Now, there are people that sell products online for even cheaper, right? A little, fidget spinner, stuff like that. It's like $3, $5. I mean, you got to sell thousands and thousands of those to make any big money, right? And that's just revenue. We're not even talking about profit, because remember, there is cost to actually running the business, okay? But if you sell something that's of higher value, that's higher priced, something that costs maybe $500, $1,000, or maybe you even have a nice upsell process, and that's what I recommend. The first product you sell is lower price, so maybe it costs $67. If somebody buys this, they get shown an upsell, which might cost $500. And if they buy the upsell, they get shown a second upsell, which might cost $1,000 or $2,000, right? Now, if somebody buys all the way through, then you have a higher lifetime customer value for every single customer that you bring in, okay? Which means that you don't have to sell that many items a month in order for you to hit your big income goals, like $10, $20, $30, $40, $50,000. And that is a good thing, all right? So these are the 5 things that I want you to think about this year. If you're thinking of selling online, but you don't know how, you've been researching it and you're like, yeah, I really want to do this, whole online thing, I highly recommend it. It changed my life. I've made millions doing it, right? I retired my mom. I bought my dream home, my dream car. I quit my full-time job. I make 5 times what I used to compared to my old full-time job. But there is a right way and a wrong way, or an easier way and a more difficult way to sell online. So if you're just starting, make sure you choose digital over physical, build a funnel versus using a static website. I would combine paid ads and organic, but I tend to like organic a little bit more because it's free. You can go viral, and you don't have to worry about additional costs, all right? The 4th thing, focus on a product that solves people's biggest problems versus selling the latest widget out there. And make sure you try and sell stuff that's a little bit more expensive, higher price, more value, versus something that's low price and low value, right? Who wants to do that, Again, you sell less, more profit, it's easier, and generally when you sell bigger items, your customer quality is also better, which is really, really cool. All right. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you save this, watch it over and over again if you have to. These are the types of things I talk about on my channel every single day. So if you got some value from this and you want to learn more, and if you're like, hey, Aaron, I want to learn how to sell, what are you selling, right? I'd love to show you how to do that. I've got a full training, a full masterclass on how I sell digital products, how I made over $2.5 million doing it. And if you want to check it out, just click the link right below this video.